And welcome back to another video. This is CryptoKoinz. Let's go over CUBO protocol. This was a special request by one of my Patreons. I put a calculator together to see what kind of APR we can expect out of CUBO. CUBO is a little different in the way it functions with its nodes. Let's go over some of the key points of CUBO, and then we'll break down the returns with the calculator. Node Up, contribute to liquidity, a node protocol that owns its liquidity and automatically adjusts its supply in order to maintain a stable yield. CUBO owns its own liquidity, and the other key point here for CUBO is it is not a fork from any other node project. They coded their own contract and nodes, and they actually don't have any nodes. It's just the way that it's structured is based on a node, but you don't actually mint real nodes. So they own their own liquidity and they have their own original contract. As we scroll down, we see their nodes. They have up to 8 different nodes to choose from. And the way that you buy a node, they call it minting. The way you mint a node is you have X amount of CUBO for a node, plus you need to buy X amount of DAI to be able to mint a node. So if you see here, Plank CUBO, you need 25 CUBO and 25 DAI. We'll do the math and we'll go over the numbers afterwards. Femto CUBO, you need 50 CUBO, 50 DAI. So one upside to this project is there is no maintenance fees, there's no tax fees, and it's very straightforward. The downside is you're paying those fees right up front when you mint CUBO. So it depends how you see it when you mint a node. So this could be a downside or it could be an upside. Downside is you're paying all the fees up front when you mint. The upside is if you're holding these nodes for a long time, this is actually going to be cheaper than monthly maintenance fees, tax fees, and any other fees that some of these other node projects have. So it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. But obviously, once you mint a node, they're forever. As long as the project is active, it's going to pay off. I did read in their documents, they're trying to create NFTs for these nodes so that the nodes themselves have some value. So they're exploring different measures. Here are some of the things I want to go over their white paper. If we go to protocol internals, anti-rug measures. No one is getting rugged because all the supply is managed by CUBO's DAO's contract. The contract manages the CUBO pool, the DAI treasury, and the liquidity pool. All the CUBO that it isn't in the user's wallet is owned by the DAO, as even when you sell in Sushi Swap, you're selling the liquidity pool that are owned by the DAO contract. The team doesn't have access to the tokens nor any of the pools. We are paid by node rewards as anyone else. Each team member was awarded 10 giga nodes at the inception of the DAO, and that's all we'll ever get for being in the team. We believe in what we are building with CUBO and we want to make it last. So the team has no access to the tokens here. It was a fair launch. They have nodes. The supply is owned by the DAO. Auto adjusting supply. CUBO's DAO contract adjusts its own supply daily to keep a constant APR runway of 365 days. This means that for every node that exists, we'll always have enough rewards to pay 1 year ahead. The value is adjusted daily, so it means there always exists enough CUBO to pay node holders. So this is pretty cool. They have a 1 year runway unless they announce otherwise. So you're guaranteed to get rewarded at least 1 year when you mint a node. The only thing is that's fine, but if the price crashes, I mean, they're going to pay you that constant CUBO rewards. But if the value of that CUBO crashes, it will be irrelevant. But that's the risk of nodes in crypto and any other project anyways. Owner of liquidity. CUBO DAO holds its own liquidity. That's why to create a node, you need to provide CUBO and DAI. So I had a misconception there. I thought the DAI was going towards the team, but it's clear here they don't receive any rewards. So I was wrong there. When you mint a node, it goes directly to the liquidity. They have no access to that. When a node is minted, we created a CUBO DAI liquidity pair in Sushi Swap and store the LP tokens in the contracts pool. This means that CUBO will always have enough liquidity to be traded. The more nodes are minted, the more liquidity CUBO has. There you go. And they also have an anti-dump mechanism. CUBO token has a maximum limit of 10,000 tokens per transaction. This allows us to prevent people from buying and selling huge amounts of the token. In the future, when CUBO is a more established token, this limit will be increased and eventually completely removed. And those are some of the key features of CUBO. Now let's run some numbers to see what we can expect out of this protocol. So here is the CUBO calculator, and at the top here you can click this link and I'll take you back to this video if you need any help in the future to use this calculator. This calculator is fairly easy to use since there is no taxes. It's easier to use. There's not much to do here, everything's automated. So at the top you have the contract information so that you can add this into your wallet. You have the network. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, this is part of the Polygon network, which is pretty cool. So if you don't have the Polygon network in your MetaMask wallet, this is how you add it. The information is here. And here are the reference links for the website, Twitter, Discord, and where to buy. If we go to the right, you have the price. This is live quotes. And if you want to make sure you have the latest price, you click here to refresh the price and it will load the latest price. So I added this feature. I know some people had some problems with the price, and this is just to make sure that it's working properly. Now, if we go further to the right, here are the different nodes for CUBO. You have Planck, Femto, Pico, Nano, Mini, Kilo, Mega, and Giga. And this is how many tokens per node and how much DAI you need to buy per node. And here's the cost of the node, including the DAI. And here are the total tokens returned per day. And a breakdown here, total tokens returned per month and per year, and tokens and dollar amount. So pretty cool feature. Also, I have a quick node payoff date forecaster for one node. So you can enter the nodes that you have here, the purchase date, the rewards per node for that node. So Nano is currently paying 1 token per day. So you put it here and then you put the node goal. You can put here which node you're trying to accumulate with your 3 nano nodes. Let's just say you want to go to the next tier to Mini, and Mini takes 250 nodes here. That's where you're getting that number from. So you're going to have to manually input these figures, and it tells you if you have 3 nanos and if you purchased it on March 3rd, it will take 83 days for you to be able to get a Mini. And the payoff date for a new node is May 25th, 2022. You can also use this calculation to get a lower tier node or the same nano node. You just put it here, make sure to put the tokens per node for that node that you're trying to get, and the rest will be calculated. And you also have a quick calculations table here to do any calculations if necessary. And as I was recording the video, I realized that I forgot to put the figure here for DAI per node to be included. The actual payoff day is not 83 days, it's 86 days. So you will also have to put the DAI per node here so that it calculates for that cost as well. So the information in this table is being generated over here, and this is all automated. If we go to the first one here, Planck, this is the lowest barrier cost to entry. And right now, if you want to get 1 Planck, it costs $636.50. If we look at the breakdown here on the table, this is a helpful table to give you the numbers in perspective. 1 node of Planck, tokens per node is 25, returns per day is 0.1, returns per day is $2.45. How much DAI you need per node is $25. So the total sunk cost is the cost per node, 25 nodes plus DAI, and it gives you the sunk cost here. Payoff days for 1 node is 260 days. And you also have here position payoff. No matter how many nodes you buy at any given time, for Planck, it takes 260 days for you to recoup your investment. And here are the actual profits per day. Instead of the claimed $2.45 for the first year, you're actually making 73 cents considering the DAI per node and considering the sunk cost. So you're actually making 73 cents per day for the first 260 days. Actual profits per week, $5.13. Per month, $22.23. And per year, $266 for Planck. That's about a 42% return on your investment there, APR, for the first year, assuming you don't buy any additional nodes. And if you have more nodes, it gives you the breakdown here of what you will be earning there and how long it will take to get a new node. If, let's just say, for example, you have 10 Plancks, it will take 26 days for you to be able to afford one new node. So it's pretty handy. And if you scroll to the right, it tells you the APR after the position payoff. So after the 260 days, the actual APR is 140%. And this is what you'll be actually making. Here are the numbers. So it's pretty handy. There's not much to this calculator. Everything is pretty much automated. And these are the latest rates. It is blue, since sometimes these things change in the future. So you'll be able to change that in the future. But as of now, you don't have to do anything unless you want to forecast what it will take for you to buy a new node there. You can use this forecaster. Other than that, everything else is automated, and you can just select here from the drop-down menu and see the rates. Femto is paying 114% there. That's a $1,273 position. If we go to Pico is almost 2,000 there at 1,909, and it's paying 187%. That's 280 after the payoff. The payoff is in 130 days. So as you go to the higher tiers, the APR goes higher and the payoff days go lower, but it's also more expensive. This one pays 260% for the first 104 days. After that, you're looking at 350%. So you can test out multiple strategies and use a table to see what your returns look like according to current figures. This is crypto and everything fluctuates, and also the rates change over time. So if you would like a copy of this calculator to come up with some CUBO strategies, you need to join my Patreon and join the calculators tier here. Once you join, you'll have access to this calculator and any other calculator I've created. And once you have access to this link, you'll go to File, make a copy for yourself, and then you'll be able to edit this file if necessary. That is CUBO protocol. I'm always intrigued by DeFi projects and the structure and the way they're trying to create a product that has longevity. This project has a lot of interesting aspects to it, and that's CUBO in a nutshell. If you made it this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. If you found this content of any value, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. And that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.